Hi everybody, this is Shariar and you're watching All of Your Business. Welcome to the virtual All of Your Business, in which we are going to talk about Pakistan's economy and what are the factors that are causing uncertainty across the country and across the globe. Without any further delay, let's speak to our guest, Mr. Mehtab Haider. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum assalam.
How are you, sir?
I am fine.
Sir, my first topic which I'm going to talk about is a very good news for Pakistanis, and that is Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif there are no more prices hike in the fuel prices. So this is indeed a very good news for Pakistan. So what do you have to say about it?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for having me. As we have predicted yesterday, that there are chances that these prices are not going to be increased and it will be absorbed by the government of Pakistan, but only with the consent of the IMF.
Right.
And it proved to. Because the government of Pakistan had already hiked the fuel prices by rupees 55 per litre. So keeping in view this increase, and the prices are fluctuating in international market because of geopolitical situation. So the government of Pakistan preferred to keep the prices unchanged at the existing level, because we had already taken a very high increase in the fuel prices. So this time, as the government had already decided to review the prices on weekly basis, so they preferred to keep it unchanged. And I think it's a good decision and we should appreciate it.
Right. So given the uncertainty and the fear and the panic that has been spread across the globe, so one thing that I would like to ask you this, and recently Power Minister has talked about it as well, that Pakistan is less vulnerable to global LNG crisis. So how Pakistan is not being affected by it? Sir, can you tell us in very simple words?
Actually, in Pakistan, we have reduced our reliance on imported fuel for generating electricity. All those GENCOs, which were considered as fuel guzzling, they have been abandoned. So now the government is major relying on hydropower, on alternate energy sources, for instance wind, for instance solar, for instance hydro, for instance nuclear. So all those energy resources are being explored.
Right.
But Pakistan's power sector are facing two problems. One problem is the high capacity repayments, and the second problem is the reduced consumption on the national grid. Because there are power generation connected with the grid to the tune of 7,000 megawatt. But of the grid, solar is generating around 15,000 megawatt. So it's huge. The reliance of power consumption on national grid is decreasing. And these are the major woes facing by Pakistan's power sector. One is high capacity repayments, and second is reduction of power consumption on the national grid. These are the major problems facing by the power sector.
Right. So, given the current circumstances happening across the globe and the Middle East crisis are worsening with the passage of time, so how do you see Pakistan getting more affected by it in terms of fuel prices and the fuel shortage? So what do you see, how do you see situation evolving in the future as an analyst, as an expert?
Actually, our reliance, there are two major reliance on account of fuel. One is the petroleum products, and the second is the RLNG.
Right.
There is no other alternate solution, but Pakistan is exploring the alternate routes, especially for the petroleum products. But it will increase the logistic cost, it will increase the insurance cost. So supply side will remain problematic, but the prices are going to be increased, mainly because if the prices are going up, I think there will be no other option with the government but to increase the prices.
Right.
There is no other solution.
Right.
Because there is no other solution to absorb these prices.
Right. Sir, next question is quite very intriguing and very, it is being discussed all over the social media, and that is oil prices might see a surge on international level despite US sanctions waiver on Russian oil. Sir, this is quite a thing.
Actually, this US has lifted sanctions for 1 month period. In order to smoothen the supply of petroleum products. So it is one of the options which the United States is going to explore, keeping in view the constraints on the supply side. But until and unless, 20% is being supplied through the routes of Strait of Hormuz. So until and unless there is a peace and normalcy in the Gulf region, it's very hard to predict and give any estimates on account of fuel prices. And when uncertainty persists, the oil prices will continue to fluctuate. That's why it's very hard to predict that the one step will help to reduce the fuel prices around the globe. On one side, there is an increased demand. On the other side, there is a supply side constraints. So there is a need to remove the supply side constraints in order to ensure that the prices of fuel are remain stable in the global market.
Right. So another good news that we are going to talk about, and that is Qatar is all set to import Pakistani rice. Finally, we are hearing a very good news after a long time. So how it is going to be beneficial for Pakistan?
It is going to provide a major benefit to Pakistan because there is a growing market of commodities in this region, especially the halal meat, and now the food and commodities are also increasing and getting penetration into the Gulf region, especially the Qatar. Qatar has a potential buyer of halal food as well as the major commodity. Pakistani rice is being considered as the most favorite commodity of the food items. So there is a need to promote it. We have surplus rice, and it is the market which needs to be explored fully.
Right. Sir, next topic is that is also a very important one. SECP has approved new annuity products to boost retirement security in Pakistan. Sir, can you simplify this for us?
Actually, this scheme has been approved for the private sector. Earlier, the government has introduced major pension-related reforms for the public sector. Now, SECP has allowed that the compound effect of retiring people, they will be able to explore it and invest it and get on the monthly basis. So they have allowed this scheme for the private sector, and it is very good because there are schemes available to the public sector employees. Now they have created an equity. Their private sector employees, when they will get some lump sum money at the time of their retirement, they will be able to invest it into any insurance or any other pension related funds, and it will have compound effect on their interest. So it is good for the private sector people who are going to get retirement in the future.
Right, right. Sir, recently Pakistan Telecommunication Authority has stopped the monthly increase in the mobile phone packages prices. So this is also very good news for both of us and for all the people who are watching this. So how do you see this news?
Actually, it is the responsibility of the regulators to protect the rights of the consumers. In last few months period, we have seen that the cellular companies have started increasing prices of packages on monthly basis. Now they have given a new directions to the cellular mobile operators that now they will be able to get the consent of the regulator and they will be able to review the prices or monthly packages after on quarterly basis. So it is a good sign that the regulator is showing its muscles to regulate the sector in terms of protecting the rights of the consumers.
Right, right. Thank you so much, sir. That was all for today. If you want us to talk more about the uncertainty and panic that has engulfed the country and the world, do let us know in the comments. Or you want us to talk about the power sector more, or if you want us to talk about what would be the fuel prices in the future in Pakistan, you can tell us in the comments or you can DM us on our social media platforms. This is Shehryar signing out. Keep watching All of Your Business.